Welcome back to the next episode of Hermitcraft. Now, I've actually been away, and the bridge that I'm currently walking on is why I was away. We were doing a charity fundraiser for Gamers Outreach, and each one of these is a person who donated to be on the bridge. It was kind of a big deal, and you can see that it goes on and on and on and on and on. It's the bridge of support, which is, I mean, where's the end of this thing? It keeps going. Oh my goodness! What are you doing? Hello?
We're going.
I'm doing my intro. I'm doing my intro. Guys, this is freaking me out, dude.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to
Hermitcraft. Hope you guys are having a great day out there.
We're so excited to be back after the Gamers Outreach
We got
charity
a
event.
great
Stop!
time for
Look at the
you.
amazing
Stop!
bridge here, full of donations.
Stop!
But we're back now on the server and we're ready to do it.
What's going?
Wait.
Oh, what happened?
There's Grian.
Grian, you ruined our intro. It was
No,
so
you
good.
ruined my intro. You actually scared me. You just appeared out of nowhere.
You were doing an intro.
I was doing my intro.
Oh shoot!
Oh no!
All four of us. Everybody, all right, face the other direction.
All right,
face
all
this. Here, come on, and everybody together, get next to me, G.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing their intros and action. Welcome back.
So where
to
you can
the
see
Hermitcraft.
Welcome back,
all
everybody.
these signs where everyone's donating.
We have a great
So
episode for you.
nice
And
that everyone
remember how
brings
last
it.
time
Every single
I had
No, I can't do this.
I said this is great.
How do I leave? How do I leave? Okay, so it seems like everyone has the same idea. Nice to know that none of us are original. So anyway, that was that. Over here, you can see a bunch of these things. What's going on here? Well, these were part of Permit Master Live, which I'm hoping to upload on the second channel maybe, or even on the main channel. So that'll be to come once it's all edited up. Now, all of these are actually mine. I supplied these for Permit Master. Now can I go and place these and be back before they despawn? Yeah, this is a bit of a problem actually. The shulker monster is getting progressively more out of control, but it takes me a good 10 episodes to sort that out. It's not actually what I want to do today. What I want to do today is actually quite special. Today we're going to be working on this section here because I've got something quite exciting in mind. Let's check the mail. Okay, green shulker box. Why did Cub send me my own head? That's really ominous, and that's super weird. I mean, I want to go and ask him about this. Does he want to throw down?
That's another one we could do.
Cub. Did you send me my own head in the mail? This is some serial killer vibes.
Grian, this was Jimmy. This was Jimmy.
This
Wanted
was
to send
Jimmy?
mail. And I said we could send Grian his own head. And he was like, yeah, let's do it, man.
But it was your idea. Jimmy may have done it, but it was your idea.
We had very limited time to
You
send
want to throw
something, so
down
we
or
just sent
something?
this.
Because
That is the most.
I look in the mail and it's just my head killed by Cub fan. What are you trying to tell me here?
Yeah.
When did you even kill me, dude?
That's
I don't
next
even know.
Level, next level mafia stuff, right?
I had
there.
this
Send
on me.
somebody their own head.
And Jimmy was like, we got to send this. We got to send something to Grian.
When did this happen?
This happened, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I
at some
understand
point.
that
Yeah.
he was only here for the weekend, so he must have sent that. But when did you kill me?
Sometime way early in the season, I think. I'm not exactly sure.
wow.
when.
Just been holding on to
hold
that
on
for
to
the
that one.
perfect moment.
Like a
I
trophy.
use it for armor stands and stuff, you know.
Okay.
But
Just uses it for golf.
Amazing.
All right, well, I'm
It is
glad
a
we
weird
got to the
thing
bottom of
receive
that.
in
It's
the
not
mail.
weird at all. Not weird at
Yes.
all. Okay, let's focus up. Because there's plenty of things to do. The permit office might be closed, but there's still plenty of things on the server to do. And I think I've mentioned it 100 times now, but there's still lots of unfinished things in the base. Now, what we're going to turn our attention to is this. This here. Now, if I cheaty free cam, if we go and look here, you can see that there's a natural divot that goes all the way along here. And there's potentially a nice place for a little pool of water. So, we're not going to be making a normal waterfall today. I don't know if you've seen, but in the Minecraft community, a industrial revolution of sorts has begun. And we've seen an example of how this has inspired hermits already, because Mumbo's got these fans, and we're a fan of Mumbo's fans. And he's done you know, Mumbo's clearly been inspired in the same way. All of these animated Minecraft builds, and this has been possible for a very, very long time. It's just not been utilized. And I saw a video from Jake Kelton Crafts about making an animated waterfall. I'm not using his design exactly, but I was inspired, and it's been a long time since I've done some sort of innovation on building or crafting up a new way of doing something. So the bottom line is I'm very, very excited to show you this, and I want to thank Jake Kelton Crafts for what he's doing and the videos that he's doing and the innovations and him crediting everyone involved. They actually call it the Buildstone community, which I've heard that name before. But anyway, so I've come up with my own design for an animated waterfall. And I've made a prototype on the creative server. So let's hop over there now. So here we are. This is a copy of the world. And you can even see, I think I might have showed this before. Like, you can see a bunch of things where people just come on here to try stuff out. There's a bunch of, like, old permit office. I was trying to figure out what blocks to use for the permit office. And you can see, like, it started there. I was really trying to make clay work. And then decided that it was better grey. And eventually, look, we ended up with the permit office. So you can see the iterations that it went through. And, yeah, I'm not sure what? You never know what you're going to find on here. So anyway, I was working on a waterfall design. And I want to preface this by saying there's a really good chance that someone has already done this. But I haven't seen that video if it does exist. This one's come from the heart, and I'm very excited to show you. So if someone's done this one before, great minds think alike. Okay, this is the prototype. Here it is. This is my waterfall. So there's a few problems with it, but I think we can overcome them. So this is, you know, not an original idea. Scar's been doing this for ages. These are the tipped arrows. They're inside a bubble column, and they're producing particles, which, if you use all the white ones, you get this lovely bubbly effect. So what we've got here is a bunch of white particles and an animation. Well, normally it does actually sort of go downwards, but I think it's been running a while, so it's got a bit out of sync. Let's see if we can restart it. So what's going on here is we've got a whole line of dispensers, and a whole line of observers, and another whole line of observers, and then a clock that goes round in a circle. Now, each one of these dispensers, and I think I'm just going to reset this, has powdered snow in it. There might actually be a better way of doing this. I have a feeling this might work slightly better. Make it slightly longer. There we go. So, in the background, the snow blocks are making their way, dispensing downwards, and every time the dispenser takes the snow back, it creates this big particle effect, which when you take a step back, it looks like a roaring waterfall. So you've got a two-pronged attack here. You've got the animation of the snow behind it, which gives it this flowing effect, and then you've got all the falling particles, and then it culminates in the arrows at the bottom, creating the real splash. And you can go, if you go further back, obviously the particles will eventually disappear, but you are left with that. Look, you can see the animation of the snow more clearly and how it moves downwards. So even if you're far away, you can still get that animation effect. This here was one of my earlier attempts. I was seeing if you could achieve the same, this was the first idea, if you could achieve the same thing with redstone lamps hidden behind glass and stuff. And it kind of worked, but ultimately that's what led me to trying out the snow, and it just hit so hard. So this is a really quite simple design. The issue with it is that water will break that snow, so you've got to be so careful how you do the water. So I think there's a way of doing this. This is just the prototype. This is what we're going to do on a rather big scale. So let's go back to the server. So check it out. We can only do straight lines potentially, or I don't think it even needs to be straight lines, but it's a lot easier if it is. So we could kind of do 1, 2 segments, a big 3 segment there, and then I'd have to try and, I mean, this is going to be quite complicated. We're going to have to do this in sections. The prototype is very simple. I feel like I should have fallen off this, right? I'm held on by a toenail. I feel like I'm not even on this block. Yeah, that must have the strongest toes in the world. Okay, so let's try and do this. First, of course, we have to put together everything we need. And, you know, making dispensers and observers is one of those expensive jobs, but fortunately for me, one of the ongoing projects is the giant quarry over here. So cobblestone not really a problem. A few rounds of this and we'll have what we need. The long-term goal here is to create a smooth incline for more wheat. And of course, we need to craft up a metric ton of dispensers. I wish there was a better way to do this. Obviously, auto-crafters would be ideal, but this is actually going to be faster in the long run. So there's a high likelihood that I now have enough observers and dispensers for a tiny section of the waterfall. And we're going to have to do it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over. So let's go and take the... let's go and take Cub's weird message threat thing and head over and see if Skiz is... oh man, oh no, oh man, I've just realized how many buckets of powdered snow I need and how little space I'm going to have for it. I'm going to... oh... goodness gracious me, I'm gonna have to do the thing where I actually empty some shulkers, and this is such a problem. See, this is what happens. I need the shulkers, so then I put everything in chests. Right, I also better take literally all my money. Let's see how much pocket change I've got. Alright, with 26 diamond blocks, I'm sincerely hopeful that 1, there's enough buckets of powdered snow, and 2, that I have enough money for them. I could go hunting for powdered snow myself, but, you know, you got to feed back into the economy. Times are tough now, there's no permits. I suppose we could always just check. I don't think I've checked this in ages. Maybe we've actually got a whole bunch of... yeah, we got a whole bunch of diamonds. You know, maybe I should check this once in a while, because that's a chunk of change. Right, where's the snow place? There it is. This is Skiz's building. Snowfall. Okay, and the entrance is here. 3 diamonds per I heard there's a secret. I hope there's a secret. Oh, there is a secret. Oh, there we go. 2 diamonds per bucket, you brave, brave silly pants. So, this might be easier if I just do this. There's only one shulker here. So, dang, Skiz. Bleed me dry. Okay. We've got everything we need, so let's plan this out. Okay, so I'm just planning out where this is going with lapis, because it just helps if it's blue. So this is going to be one section, then it's going to just flow down normally, maybe with some candles and sort of B-dub style mimicry, and then we're going to do another section here. Let's take a little look. That looks about right, and then it's going to have to extend and go another lot out here. This is gonna be laggy. There's no way about this. This is gonna be laggy. Maybe this is why people haven't been doing it on Hermitcraft as much, because we sometimes care about the lag. I've just realized in doing this, there's actually a considerable amount of terraforming that needs to happen before we can even begin to think about animating this. And we're gonna need a big old plunge pool here down at the bottom. So let's take a look, see if this works. That looks phenomenal. I think originally I was going to have the waterfall go that way, but that looks pretty good in my opinion. So why don't we now take this time that we've kind of got where the waterfall's going to be, and... no. Bad. Let's go. Well, here we are. We've got ourselves our waterfall. Now, I've learned something very important about this waterfall, and it's made me a little sad on the inside. So it actually depends what settings your Minecraft is set to. We just updated from 21.4 to 21.5 with all the new stuff that's just come out, and all of a sudden, the particles were slightly less intense. And I was like, what is going on? You can see here that the water is kind of tearing. You can see those squares, like it's not rendering very well, and the effect is just kind of minimized a little bit. So it turns out that you really need this to be on fabulous settings in Minecraft, and that kind of improves it. However, the thing that was actually making it look incredibly good was something called Iris, which is a shader thing, and it basically fixes this bug in Minecraft. This is a bug. What we're looking at right now, with the water tearing and the particles not showing up, it actually patches a bug in the game. So if you've got fabulous settings on, this should look right, but fabulous settings is quite laggy. So if you want this to look how I want it to look, you do need to put the Iris mod pack on. So I'm going to do that to improve this. All right. So this is what it looks like with the Iris mod on, or very similar to how fabulous shaders look. It's kind of one or the other. So this is a way better. Way better. This is kind of what I was trying to go for the whole time. So I'm a little bit disappointed internally that vanilla Minecraft doesn't make this work. I mean, it still works. It's just got some bugs that really minimize the effect, but it can be worked around with either the fabulous settings or this mod. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks overall. I mean, obviously there's a lot of texturing that needs to be done here, but the base concept works, and we've got a cascading waterfall, and the redstone's so simple, even little old me can do it. More importantly, this design isn't something that I'm just proud of myself for, but Etho is proud of me. Check this out. This is from the stream the other day when I was building this, and Etho came along and saw it.
It
not
looks
all at once.
incredible, actually.
You like it? Etho likes
Yeah.
it, dudes!
Yes.
What's that? That's
Like,
got
it's
to
really.
So cool.
Etho
So
likes it!
I've seen this trend. I think this is the best version I've ever seen. Like by far.
What's the compliment? Oh my goodness.
That's a big deal, dude.
You might be the peak trendsetter here, Grian.
That's a new horn.
My-
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? So while I was working on this for a few hours, at exactly the same time, Gem and Impulse and a whole bunch of people that were online at the time were decorating or texturing the riverbed. And my goodness gracious me, does it look better. So much better. Fortunately, it's only halfway done, so you can see how rough and not great it looks. You know, the pickles was a terrible idea. I did that because of the Guardian farm that has now been removed. But you can see where we kind of got to with the mud, and the difference it makes is incredible. So we basically are going to, at some point, keep working on this, add more beaches, add more texturing, add more mud, turn all of this dirt into mud, because it is making the river and our bases together look so much nicer. It's one of those jobs that makes a big difference, but is exceptionally tedious. Okay, I can't wait. I'm gonna show Pearl. She's streaming right now, so people are getting some massive spoilers for my big old waterfall.
Waterfall?
Hello.
Ooh, hello.
Haha. What do you think?
Oh, what? Wait, what? What? Oh, look at this. Wait, is this snowballs that you're shooting out?
No, it's not snowballs.
Oh, is that just powdered snow going in and out of dispensers?
It is. It's powdered snow.
Oh, that's so creative.
Yay! You should have heard
Oh,
you
I
should have
love
heard the
it.
compliment I got from Etho. I am riding that high still.
That's fantastic. This is, it's very inspiring, honestly, because I can see your little fan there too, which is adorable.
Yeah, I mean, that's straight copied from Mumbo. That's not
No.
original. That's not an original design. I just I want a fan, so I got a fan. But then this waterfall is hopefully this is all me. It did work better, like when you first activate it, and it obviously all the observers go downwards. You get this really slick animation, but then it goes out of sync very quickly,
it broke.
very quickly.
Okay. Oh, I kind of want to see it when it's all doing the going from top to bottom now, though.
No, see, that's a pain, because you have to take them all out, put them all back in, and then set it off again.
You know what? Is it because they're quasi-powering each other? Is that why it breaks?
Yeah, it is definitely. It's quasi connectivity. That's what that is.
Yeah, I'm a redstone.
I'm pretty
just
sure.
In case
I'm pretty
you know
no.
that, you know.
I'm pretty sure it's just because it gets unloaded and reloaded and out of, you know,
Okay.
it just gets out of sync pretty quickly.
Yeah. Dude, that's great. I'm inspired now.
It's cool, huh?
I love it.
I need to
Yeah.
do the
I-
texturing, but I was too excited to do the main thing. I decided to do the texturing after.
You skipped right to the end.
I did.
You're not supposed to spoil the end of a book before you do the midpoint.
Disagree. Check the last page, see if it's worth reading, eh?
No. Okay, that's illegal. Damn, what do you think to that nonsense?
I've done that.
you gotta check.
How long did this take you?
What? To make the full waterfall?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 hours?
3 hours.
Do you know how long? I spent half an hour just crafting dispensers. Well, that is all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly was so excited about this waterfall design. The project had its ups and downs, mostly water flowing down. But ultimately, I think the design is solid, and I really hope that I see it elsewhere in people's worlds. And of course, people are going to improve this and innovate on this even further. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I can't wait for Mumbo to see this. I haven't shown him yet. I really want to see what he thinks. I could watch this for ages.